So we came out here to perform a wash and wax package on this brand new boat, and then we found this extreme dock rash and dock scratches. Let's go ahead and remove them. So if you do not know what dock rashes are, they are from the dock. So when you're in the water, your boat's gonna be rubbing up against the surface, and it can leave these up and down vertical scratches in the boat. Always make sure you wash the surface first to remove any salt and grime, dry the surface, and then we are going to use Mirka Dry Guide Coat. Dry Guide Coat is basically a powder that is going to illuminate the scratches so that we can see them a little bit better. Rub it into the surface. It really highlights all of the scratches so you can clearly see them in the gel coat. We are going to sand until you can no longer see the white scratch. To do that, we are going to be using Sunmite film discs. Guys, these are my favorite discs. They're not gonna break the bank, and they hold up really well. Got our 600 grit on the MaxShine M8 SV2. We are going to put it on the level 4 speed setting. We're gonna do a side-to-side pass, and up and down, and a side-to-side. And if we have to, we will go over certain areas a little deeper to really dig out these sanding scratches. Let's get to work. Always wear a respirator because you know, you just don't want to die. Let's rip. All right, so we did 600 grit. We have a nice even scuff. That's what you want it to look like when you're done with your first sanding scratches. Now we're gonna refine the surface and make it glossy again. Now we're gonna do what's called feathering. We wanna blend this in. So when we do our 800 grit, we're gonna go about a ½ an inch to an inch over where we did with the 600 to really just feather out the surface so it'll be a nice even blend once we buff the entire surface. We need to remove the scratches that we put in. Revival Heavy Cut Compound is an extremely aggressive cutting compound that's gonna remove the 600 and 800 grit sanding scratches. We're gonna be pairing it with the Rotary buffer with a Revival white wool heavy cutting pad. We're gonna be running it right at about 2100 RPMs, which leaves us right at the level 4 setting on the Makita Rotary. We're gonna do about 3 to 4 nice circles. Next, we're gonna dab it into our section, and we're gonna do 3 full passes, starting up here, side to side, all the way down the section, up and down, and then back side to side. On that last side to side, we want to keep it as flat as possible with the lightest amount of hand pressure as possible. Wiping after we buff is to make sure that we actually removed all of the deep sanding scratches that we put into the surface. Ooh, she's looking good. All right, let me show you a little trick. So if you take your phone flashlight and you want to look at the light bulb in the surface, not on the camera, but in the surface, and check to see if you see any sanding scratches. Now you will see some holograms floating around, and that is from the heavy cut, but right here on the edge, right here is sanding scratches. So it almost looks like, you see how it's shiny, glossy, and then it's like a cluster, almost like a scuff mark. That is deep sanding scratches that we must remove, and that's normal to be on the outside of my edge. But other than that, everything looks beautiful, super glossy, no more sanding scratches. Now we must remove the holograms, and this next step is super important to make sure that you get a perfect finish. We want to use a Revival medium cut compound on a heavy polishing Revival blue foam pad using the 21mm throw polisher. This is going to help cut out the swirls that the heavy cut leaves behind, and it's going to leave us an absolute perfect finish for our protective layer. To do this, we're gonna give the bottle a good shake. We're gonna do roughly 4 dots on our pad, just like so. And now let's get to work. Gonna start off at the top here, doing 3 full passes, side to side, up and down, side to side. We're gonna be running our machine on around the 4 to 5 speed setting. Let's get it. All right guys, so we got our section completely corrected. Sanding scratch is gone. Now we want to protect the surface. We're gonna use Revival Premium Boat Wax. This is a saltwater resistant sealant that's gonna last for about 6 months. Always make sure you protect your work. Now it's super important when you're done, you wanna let that polymer cure to the surface for around 15 to 30 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and wipe it off. So now our surface is completely scratch-free, beautiful gloss, and it's protected. Guys, I hope this video was super valuable. If you got any value out of today's video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification so that every time we make a video, it will pop up, and all of the products that we talked about in today's video will be in the description section down below. If you click those links and purchase those products, we really appreciate you guys for that. Ask yourself this, would you have taken the time to remove these scratches or just simply left them on your boat? Let's go.